It's Loreauville High under these Friday night lights. Last season, after a rough start and a 40-18 loss to Kaplan early in the season, the Tigers flipped the script. 6 wins in their final 7 games, a playoff push, and a hunger for more. The Kaplan Pirates, they were dominant all year. A strong 8-3 finish. They steamrolled opponents, swept district play, and came in poised to strike again. It's heart against horsepower, momentum against legacy, all in one electrifying night. The Loreauville Tigers take on the Kaplan Pirates, and it all kicks off right now on Friday Night Live. Welcome to Friday Night Live.
Time for Friday Night Live from Loreauville High School.
Good evening and welcome to week 5 of Friday Night Live. I'm Jasmine Thibodeau.
I'm Jamarcus Fitzpatrick.
And I'm meteorologist Rob Perillo.
And we are here at Loreauville High School. We just heard the band, and tonight they are playing against the Kaplan Pirates. You know, and it seems like they're going to have some pretty good weather for that.
So far, so good. There have been a few showers around and about. There's a nice breeze this evening, which in turn will keep the mosquitoes at bay, we hope, most of the game. So graphics are up, so let's get to it. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s this morning. And we topped out in the mid to upper 80s. You can see currently in Lafayette, 83 degrees, 84 Youngsville, 82 New Iberia, and 83 for our friends in Kaplan, 84 in Kaplan, 83 Opelousas. Now, we do have showers on the radar, mainly down across the coast, and then we get into Acadiana. We see just an isolated shower just to the north of the Abbeville area. It's going to cross Highway 167 shortly and is heading generally to the west. It's probably going to miss Kaplan, but continue to move to the west, so low-end rain chances. Great weather for the football tonight, getting better and better because the sun sets earlier, dropping down into the mid-70s later on tonight. Just watch out for the mosquitoes. And then as we head into the 24-hour forecast, we're looking temperatures bottoming out near 68 for a low, 87 for a high tomorrow, and rain chances staying low, but we will see rain on the uptick into Sunday. We'll talk more about that coming up in my main weathercast.
All right, thanks, Rob. But we're not the only members of our team that's out here. We also have our Iberia Parish reporter, Katie Navarro, who caught up with some tailgaters a little bit earlier. Katie, how's it going?
Hi, Jasmine. Rusty Ruiz was a Marine, a Loreauville High School graduate, and a friend of many. After his unexpected passing, his loved ones refused to let his memory fade. I'm Katie Navarro, your Iberia Parish reporter, hearing how they turned their grief into action.
Well, we wanted to keep his name alive and give back to others at the same time because we feel that's what Rusty wanted us to do.
In Loreauville, the name Rusty Ruiz still carries weight. To his friends, he was more than a classmate or a Marine. He was a light in the community.
Rusty's a Loreauville graduate of the class of '99. He enlisted into the Marine Corps in 2001, came home in 2008. He attended UL and was 2 weeks away from graduating from UL when he got in a tragic one-vehicle accident where he passed.
What started as grief turned into purpose, and Rusty's family and friends found a way to honor his memory by giving back.
The foundation started in 2011. A group of family and friends got together. We all agreed that we wanted to keep Rusty's name alive in the community.
Run by a handful of Rusty's loved ones, the foundation carries out his legacy, helping out when they see a need in the community.
Rusty was a good friend of mine, of many. He was well-liked, always smiled. He loved his community. He loved Loreauville.
Through scholarships, fundraisers, and acts of service, the Rusty R. Ruiz Memorial Foundation ensures that his legacy isn't just remembered. For more information on how you can support the foundation, you can head to our website at ktc.com. In Loreauville, I'm Katie Navarro, your Iberia Parish reporter with KTC TV3.
All right, thanks, Katie. Well, of course, we are here in Iberia Parish, but we still have news to tell you about that's happening across Acadiana. Tonight, we're going to begin in St. Landry Parish. Former Opelousas police officer Savannah Butler no longer faces attempted manslaughter, assault, and battery charges in the December 2023 shooting that wounded Opelousas Police Chief Craig LeBlanc and his wife, Crystal LeBlanc. According to Butler's lawyer, the Attorney General dismissed those charges today after seeing more video from that night. Butler still faces 3 counts of obstruction of justice and 3 counts malfeasance in office. And tomorrow is the last day to cast your ballots early. Early voting ends this Saturday, October 4th. Polling locations are open between 8:30 a.m. and 6 p.m. And if you need to take a look at what's on your ballot, we have it all laid out for you parish by parish on KATC.com.
I'm Christina Mondragon, your Lafayette Parish reporter. For the first time in several years, you can't just walk into a pharmacy and get a COVID vaccine without a prescription. That's why Doctors for Access hosted a free prescription drive to help neighbors 18 and older get vaccinated. Married couple Carmen and David Shively say they hit a wall when trying to get their shots at their regular pharmacy.
Tried to get the shots a week or so ago through our pharmacist, but it was unavailable. Then this came up, so we figured we'll get the prescription and we'll be able to get the shots soon.
Dr. Brittany Hebert, founder of Doctors for Access, says the new regulations may create barriers to health care for at-risk neighbors in Lafayette.
I'm Joshua Moten, your St. Mary Parish reporter. Franklin is becoming a hotspot for filmmakers, and the Film Franklin Initiative is helping make that happen. The program, pushed by Mayor Eugene Folkard, connects producers to local locations, talent, and resources to bring movie projects to the city.
From an economic development standpoint, when they come in, they spend their dollars locally. They utilize our restaurants, our hotels, they utilize different casting members that may be able to be extras in some of these locations. So, you know, it's a direct correlation in economic benefit.
The initiative has already attracted multiple productions, and Sunday, Franklin native Bud Hebert will continue filming his thriller drama, Dad of the Year. Bud runs Budster Productions out of California and says he wants to showcase local actors and give talent at home a chance to shine. The Public Relations Director and Tourism Board work closely with filmmakers like him to identify locations and connect with the community, ensuring the project benefits both the film and Franklin itself.
Penelope Lopez, your Vermilion Parish reporter. Friday kicks off the 75th Annual Cattle Festival in Vermilion Parish. This year, the festival is focusing on its dairy roots and cattle legacy, honoring a significant agricultural sector, one that contributes millions to the state, according to the LSU Ag Center. The fun-filled 3-day festival includes events like a rib eating contest and a cattle show. The festival is also known for its unique vendors. Scott native and first-time vendor Amy says she's thrilled to bring locally sourced beef tallow lotion to Abbeville.
Actually started making lotion from the tallow about a year ago, again after we slaughtered some calves. I really wanted to utilize every aspect of the cow, and so I just made it for myself and for my husband, and it's just grown.
And are you looking for something fun to do in Acadia Parish this weekend? KBAW is hosting a 3-day music festival at the Rain Civic Center Pavilion, kicking off today and running through Sunday. The festival will feature over 20 local bands showcasing a variety of genres, including Cajun, French, swamp pop, country, and Zydeco. Admission is $5 on Friday and Sunday and $10 on Saturday. All proceeds from the event will benefit the Down Syndrome Association of Acadiana. Now we have more Friday Night Live coming at you, and Jim Marcus will have a look at the game of the week. And of course, we have your weekend forecast with Chief Meteorologist Rob Perillo. We'll see you right behind this break.
Rob is next with the weather.
All right, man, I love a good intro. So let's talk about weather and what's going on. Beautiful weather out here tonight. There's a nice easterly breeze. So as we take a look at the upper level pattern across the area, we have a little bit of a weak upper level low and surface low trying to develop in the Gulf. More on that just a little bit. But we have plenty of dry air in place right now, so we haven't had much shower activity going on as expected, but that could change tomorrow. Notice as we look out into the Gulf, there's pressure lines packed a little bit closer together, and that means it's breezy easterly winds out in the Gulf, so small craft advisories have been posted, and we'll be watching these showers here also out in the Gulf. They're going to be out there all weekend long, and some eventually get inland as we head into Sunday. Here's what's going on right now on local Doppler radar. There's not a whole lot going on inland, but we do have isolated activity offshore, and just one lone isolated cell here. Let's see if I can zoom in right by the Abbeville area. You can see it's just kind of raining itself out now right along Highway 167. Meanwhile, where is Loreauville? Some folks don't know exactly where Loreauville is. Well, we're in eastern Iberia Parish, just east of the Bayou Teche that curls around. You have Loreauville and Belle Place, and then Catahoula as well around this loop. And we're just east of that, the Bayou Teche in the town of Loreauville. And there's your locator right there. You can see exactly where we are. So let's take a look at the tropics. We have two tropical waves out in the Gulf, one southeast of us and one down the Bay of Campeche. The one in Bay of Campeche is going to stick around for a while and keep it wet down there and disorganized, though. We don't see any developments. The one in the Gulf is probably not going to develop, but I'll show you the graph model coming up in just a bit. Meanwhile, we get out into the Atlantic. It's getting a little late to watch tropical waves coming off the African coastline, but the National Hurricane Center giving this roughly about a 50-50 chance of development. By the time, though, it gets towards, say, Puerto Rico or the Northeast Caribbean, it's going to be curving out to sea. Meanwhile, 10% chance for this little low pressure by the Bahamas, but upper level shear is tearing that apart. I don't see that developing at all. If so, it would drift westward. But look what happens in the Gulf and look what happens close to home. As we look at our graph model, we see broad cyclonic motion in the northern Gulf. Not quite a closed low, but a little bit of a hybrid depression here, disturbance that should bring in scattered showers, maybe some thunder showers as we head into Sunday and then into Monday. Tomorrow's going to be another dry day. So that's what we have going on now. So overnight tonight, 68 is going to be your overnight low. It's going to be nice and quiet. And then as we head into tomorrow, we'll see temperatures getting back into the upper 80s. So maybe done with the 90s for a while. It's going to be a nice day. A breeze out of the east will continue as well at about 8 to 14 miles an hour. Moving into that 10-day forecast, we're looking at temperatures topping out in the mid-80s. Rain chances up Sunday, Monday, but not widespread. Then dry. But notice at the end of the 10-day forecast, temperatures starting to get a little bit cooler, and that is the good news. Of course, we'll talk a little bit more about what's going on with the weather and have a full update coming up later in the show. Jamarcus?
Yeah, thanks so much, Rob. And it's feeling really good out here. The vibes are immaculate. The cheerleaders are here, the band's here, but we've got some football that we need to talk about coming up on the other side of this break.
And now here's Jamarcus with sports.
Thanks so much, ladies, and welcome back into Friday Night Live. Now, Kaplan and Loreauville are set to face off with each other tonight, but there is also a big-time district matchup that's going on in Lafayette Parish, and it's our FNL game of the week between Como and Turlings Catholic. And actually, you guys voted for that one pretty heavily, 57% of the votes going in that one. Now, Turlings is off to a perfect start on the year and is coming off a 13-point win over Westgate to open league play. The Rebels controlled the ground game, led by senior quarterback Alex Munoz, who rushed for 105 yards and 16 carries. Meanwhile, the Spartans are on a high as Como snapped a 33-game losing streak in Week 2 against Patterson and have increased that win total to 3 straight, including their 3-point win over Rain last week, where junior running back Jaden Celestine totaled 202 yards and 5 scores on the ground. So as you can imagine, the team who runs the football the best will come out victorious. And we will have the highlights from that game game, and so many others coming up for you tonight during our 10 o'clock show starting at 10:18, so be sure to tune in. Well, it's the bye week for both UL and LSU football, but for Ragin' Cajuns volleyball, they're continuing to apply pressure. UL is off to a 9-3 start, the best opening in the first 12 matches of the Christy Gray era. In that run, the Cajuns are 5-0 at EK Long. As they continue Sunbelt play tonight to maintain that intensity, they have to jump out early.
I think it is important. We talk about setting the tone, whether it's setting the tone of the first set, setting the tone of the first match of conference. We talk about setting the tone a lot. And so I do think it is important to come out and start a match pretty hot like we have been. But it goes back to the consistency of being able to uphold that the entire match.
And the Cajuns look to continue their win streak at home as they welcome App State to Lafayette beginning tonight. That match is going on right now, and it is 15-14 App State in the opening set. So it's a really good matchup starting off there in Lafayette. But we've got more high school football coming up for you later tonight in our 10 o'clock newscast, like we said. And we have more coming up for you with our nonprofit after this break.
All right, coming up after this break, we're highlighting one local nonprofit that's doing amazing things in the community and honoring the memory of an LSU student. Take it away. Welcome back. Well, we're here in Iberia Parish highlighting one local nonprofit, Live Like Liam, which honors the memory of a young life taken to school.
Born in his memory, Live Like Liam of Iberia. This nonprofit is all heart, stepping in wherever local kids need support. Can't afford a school retreat? They've got it covered. Band needs a new instrument? They'll make it happen. From sports equipment to school supplies, even tuition help when times are tough, they're filling in the gaps. There's even an annual golf tournament, How You Livin', Liam McDuff Memorial Golf Tournament. His friends organized 5 years ago in his honor. His parents, Alice and Jim McDuff, say it's all about lifting others just like Liam did.
Community has really come together. Our friends and Liam's friends and the parents of his friends. So, it was a hard thing to put together for us, but the community just helped a lot and pulled it all together. It is a community event. So many people have full-time jobs, but treat this tournament as a full-time job also, because they like to honor Liam, and also they know that all the good that we do in Iberia Parish, because all of the money stays in Iberia Parish.
All right, now we believe this is a wonderful way that you're honoring Liam's memory, and we just want to help you guys out and give back to the community with this check from KATC. So we just want to say thank you. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you for all you do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, KATC.
And weather-wise, stay tuned. We're going to have a look at that 10-day forecast coming up right after the break.
KATC. Friday Night Lights. Come on. KATC. Let's ride Friday. Come on.
Last look at that 10-day forecast. Staying dry for tomorrow. A few scattered showers, maybe a thunder shower Sunday, Monday. On the warm and humid side through midweek. Then towards Festivals Acadian weekend, it looks nice and turning a little bit cooler, Jasmine. See those?
He knows I'm excited about that, and we have great weather. Now let's let the band take it away for us. Good episode.